Hello there, Libra. Welcome to Dragon Tail Tarot. My name is Ariel, and this is your March 2022 Tarot and Oracle Forecast reading. I hope you guys are doing wonderful. Libra, this is going to be an exciting month ahead. We've got a lot of different changes going on in the planets, and I think it's going to be awesome for you. I am also an astrologer, so if you're interested in getting deeper into the astrological and planetary events of the month, there will be a link at the end of this video that you can click on and go listen to that as well. We will touch a little bit on the astrology in this reading, but we'll mostly be focusing on the cards today. If you're interested in a personal reading with me, would like any information on the cards that I use in my readings, or would like to make a donation to the channel, all those links and information are down below in the description box. So Libra, we're going to go ahead and jump right in. Dear angels, divine beings of light, guardians, ancestors, helpers, and healers, please show us what you have for our beautiful Libras for this month of 2022 March. We love to see what's going on with them. Please show us anything that's happening, anything they need to know for their highest and best good, please. And we're going to start out with some oracle cards to give you your basic energies and major themes. Beautiful card coming out. Libra, your key word of the month is guidance. Guidance is coming in for you. I think whether it is guidance that you receive from outside of yourself, you may even be seeking some counseling, some job career guidance, things like that. Or you may as well be providing guidance to others. You may be providing perspective, information, and knowledge that you have to others to help guide them. But definitely some spiritual divine guiding is coming in to your month. So let's get into a numerology card. Let's see what number is going to be most at play for you. Show us Libra, March 2022. Okay, and there it is. Yes, you may be stepping into a greater leadership role here, Libra, number 81, with the theme of leadership. Number 8 is very much about manifesting and, connecting your goals, your higher dreams and ideals onto the earth plane and manifesting them into reality. It's also a great number for, making more money, bringing in more resources, having new business ideas. It's a strength number. And of course, the number 1 is initiations, beginning something new. So you may be beginning, a process of manifestation this month. Very, very powerful, but you're stepping into a greater role of leadership and responsibility. So let's get into next a crystal and chakra card. Let's see which is being activated highest, please, for Libra, March 2022. Two of these are kind of coming. Whenever I feel two, I take them both. Like usually it's just one, but if I feel two, I take two. So we have got both the iolite and the rose quartz. Both of these are absolutely beautiful. I obviously love working with the rose quartz. The iolite is connected to family and the third eye. So this is very much about clearing the mind, gaining clearer, fresher perspectives, and connecting with your family groups, whether those are biological or soul groups. You are very connected to them this month. The rose quartz isn't obvious. This is a heart chakra stone. It is about unconditional love and support. You may be doing some heart healing, really reconnecting to your heart's purpose, but the rose quartz is always a wonderful stone to use. I always keep this right here on my desk. I love working with that one. So Libra, next we're going to get into a spiritual guardian, guide, or deity that will be helping you out this month. Please, Spirit, show us who wants to help Libra the most for March 2022. And we have Archangel Raguel coming out for you. To me, this along with Archangel Chamuel, they're both very strong archangels that deal with heart healing, relationship harmony. It actually says that, calm, harmony, peace, relationships healing. That's what Shamuel is all about. And, you know, along with that rose quartz, I feel like this could be a very strong month of healing some family dynamics, healing relationship dynamics, whether they're friendships, love partnerships, worker situations, you know, and that kind of guidance is coming in very, very strongly to bring you bigger peace, bigger balance, very, very nice energy. Let's get into your tarot next. We're going to do a full tarot spread for you, Libra. And I'll be using the Celtic Cross layout. I will be using the Angel Wisdom deck to do the initial spread and clarifying with the Modern Witch Tarot. Spirit, let's see what we have for our fabulous Libras out there in the tarot. Show us a nice, clear story of what their journey looks like for March 2022. Yeah, there's movement here. Definitely. And I feel like, you know, the old procrastination thing is always something that Libras deal with. It comes from that, you know, need to make the right decisions. Right at the center, though, of your Celtic Cross is the Knight of Wands. This is, you know, this is strong, passionate, restless energy, a Sagittarius connection. You know, it really means that you're ready to take action. You may feel like you've just been stagnant for so long that you just can't wait to break free. Keep in mind, you know, Libra, this month, your ruling planet Venus is moving from Capricorn after 4 months. Capricorn energy is a hard square to your sign. It's very challenging. So the last 4 months has not been easy. You probably learned quite a lot, and you put out a lot of good personal boundaries, but it has not been the easiest. So when Venus moves into Aquarius on March 5th, that takes Venus from a square to your sign to a trine. It's going to feel so, so much better for most of you out there, depending, of course, on your personal aspects. But overall, this is just going to feel like, whew, just such a release for y'all. I think it could definitely lead to that breaking free. Yeah, it's for some of you. Oh, goodness. We've got the Hierophant connected to this. So for some of my Libras, keep in mind this is general. It's not going to be everyone, but some of you are literally breaking free of a marriage, letting go of an old negative, maybe long committed relationship or something where you're just like, I have had it. This is not working for me. I'm ready to run for the hills. For some of you, it's the opposite, where you're running towards a committed relationship or connection or stable union. Either way, there is definitely some kind of change, some kind of movement in your committed relationships and the way that you stay with those, the way that you connect and ground with those. From the immediate past, we have our Magician card. You're coming from a place where you've been doing a lot of creative thinking. This is, you know, Mercury energy. It's Virgo, Gemini. It thinks a lot, and it brings all of its resources, talents, abilities, resources to the table to be able to create something new. It's really, I feel like a lot of my Libras, you've really been working to foster a greater sense of self-confidence and believing in yourself, believing that you can make these changes, believing that you can manifest something new. It hasn't been easy, guys. It has not been easy for y'all. With the 5 of Wands on this, yeah, there's been a lot of struggle, a lot of back and forth. For some of you, you've been actively battling or having, you know, roadblocks thrown up by other people that have made things very difficult for you to get that greater sense of progress. It's like, no matter what I do, there's always somebody that's going to naysay what I'm doing, or always somebody that's going to challenge me in some frustrating way. It has to do with those little fights and skirmishes. And so, you know, those could be going on in your own mind, but they could also be going on external to you. Going on in the future, the immediate future, especially as we start to go through, you know, the second half of the month, this 4 of Cups comes up. This to me is stepping out of procrastination, overthinking, or focusing on something that just isn't working out. Libra, very important. Keep your eyes open. Keep yourself aware of the opportunities that could be coming around on the periphery. You might be so focused on just one thing working a certain way, while Spirit is just like tapping you on the side like, hey, Libra, there's something so much better over here if you just look over for a second. So make sure that you're not so focused on one thing that's not working out that great so that you miss the other things that could be working even better. That's a really big advice card to me, the Four of Cups. It always is. When I see that, it's like, pay attention. Don't get too myopic. Don't focus singly on something, especially if it's not going where you want it to. Yeah, because this is something that creates a lot of worries, a lot of tensions, a lot of overthinking, right? Sleepless nights, because you just can't get it off your head. It's like, why isn't that person calling me back? Why isn't that particular job coming through? Why? And it's like, it's because, Libra, you've got to see the other good things that are around you instead of only, obsessing or super focusing on the one thing that is not working. On the bottom, subconscious position, what you're really focused on in your heart and soul is the Queen of Cups. This is our Scorpio Queen. She is more introverted, right? She is very sensitive, intuitive, caring, loving, passionate, deep. But she's also got to be super careful with her emotional boundaries. That's why she is the queen that keeps the cup covered, right? The one person in the suit of cups that keeps a lid on that cup, because she has to really maintain those emotional boundaries and autonomy. Because when she lets somebody in, she cares for them so deeply. They have the power to hurt her a lot more. So she has to be very discerning about who she lets in. So Libra, I think that it's like, this is a time where you feel more comfortable being, with a closer family and friends, people that have your back. It's not that you're unloving, it's not that you're ungenerous, you're just being very emotionally discerning, keeping those boundaries in a healthy perspective, and really listening to your intuition about who to involve in your life. Yeah. Because there's a lot going on inside. You are doing a lot of reworking of your foundations, a lot of rebuilding. I do feel like you're kind of doing an emotional or psychological deep dive this month, because the Tower card really indicates that those old foundations are getting reworked. You're getting rid of any rot, any kind of, parts of the foundation that are not solid and stable. This is a very emotional, very deep process where you're saying, I'm going to really examine, the roots of my relationships. Where have they gone right? Where have they gone wrong? How can I make them better? How can I strengthen myself from the inside out? And I feel like for a lot of you Libras, you're rebuilding your emotional boundaries in a very powerful way. Spirit is really assisting in that. And the Tower is the Mars-ruled card. Mars energy. We're going into the time of Aries, the Mars-ruled sign, on the 20th this month. This could really be activating you to take action and co-create with Spirit to create better foundations for yourself. On the top, crowning the spread, message from Spirit, there is that King of Swords, Aquarius energy. Definitely the master planner. He does tend to overthink and overanalyze and maybe get into, thinking about things too much, but this is somebody that wants to make good decisions from a practical, logical perspective, remaining objective and fair-minded about what you're doing, about the decisions that you're making. Try not to get too emotionally involved, especially in dramatic situations like we talked about, those Five of Wands type people that, are just coming around to cause conflicts or chaos with you. Keep a cool perspective with those folks. Very important here. Woo! Power couple! Exciting! Look at that, Libra, King and Queen of Swords. Oh my goodness, there she is. So that's the Libra Queen. That is your own energy. You could be coupling up or having a power team with somebody either in work, in love, in friendship, that really helps you see from this higher perspective. But overall, wow, this is Spirit really telling you, remain clear, remain emotionally cool, detached, logical, balanced, because the Queen of Swords doesn't play around. She kicks people out if they cause too much trouble in her life. If they just bring strife, stress, emotional and energetic drain, she kicks them out of the court real fast. Because she is that Libra Queen, and she does require balance and harmony in her life and in her world. Wow. Whew. Strengthening up, Libra, in a very strong way. I love it. Let's get into some advice for you. Please, Spirit, what do you have for Libra in advice for this month, for this read? Yeah, it's time to be a little happier here. Woo, yes. Yeah, you're healing a lot. You're healing a lot here, Libra. There's a lot of creativity and a lot of action being taken. Three of Cups is your suggested approach. You really do better when you are more happy, when you are celebrating life, when you are spending time with good friends, with people who bring positives to your life or are focused on chasing the positives in their own life. This is very nice. I feel like, these are your close communities. Again, this is family, whether you're related to them or it's your soul tribe or soul family. That's who you should be hanging out with. The more you do that, the more energized, the more empowered you're going to feel. Yes, you will. Look at that Queen of Wands. This is really bringing, again, you're working on that self-esteem, self-worth. They're the ones that recognize you're a magic person. You have power to, create, to manifest, to be yourself. That's so, so beautiful. Yeah. What you need to know. Three of Wands. You've been doing a lot of hard work, Libra. And to me, the Three of Wands is letting you know that the good you do comes back to you. There are doors of opportunity opening and on the way. So be patient. Don't worry too much. Don't frustrate too much. I see there's some anxiety here in this month, so I don't want you to give into that. Yeah, take a rest. Look at that. What you need to know is that you do need to relax. You really do. You've been running yourself hard. The Four of Swords, clarifying the Three of Wands. Both of these are cards of sit back, let those ships come in, let the good things come to you. And the Four of Swords says relax, breathe, get extra naps, take a break from the struggles of life. Don't engage in them. You don't need to do it. You don't need to do it. Don't fight so hard, Libra. Hopes and Fears is the Balance card, or Temperance card. Same as, the Temperance. It is Sagittarius energy, and it is about balance. I feel like, Libra, for a lot of you, it's like you're really hoping to gain better balance, better harmony in your life, greater equilibrium. But there's also that simultaneous fear of like, oh, can I maintain that? I just want to get to a good place and keep it. Oof, this is a powerful one. Yeah, I feel like two came out with this. We have the Five of Swords and the Ten of Wands. So I feel like part of this is that you kind of know that in order to maintain your peace, your balance, you've got to wrap up some really burdensome cycles with some really difficult people. The Five of Swords and the Seven of Swords both really represent those kind of like, very ruthless, very cutthroat. They don't really care about anybody else's feelings or success. They just want their own success. They're willing to step on others to get what they want. And so if you've had people like that, or you feel like you've been around that kind of energy, if that's throwing your balance off, it's time to wrap that cycle up and kick them on out. As simple as that. On the outcome, we have our Hierophant card again, Wise Counselor. Hierophant was also at the center of the reading, so I do feel like there's a lot to do with commitment. There's a lot to do with stabilizing in your life this month. This is Taurus energy. This is, again, unity with, like-minded community. Definitely, comparing traditional methods to new ideas. Asking the divine for help. Really tapping into spirit to get the answers that you need. It is. This is a deeper commitment to yourself and sometimes to others as well. It's a good card, though, for an outcome. Yeah, look at that. And we said this was in there. We said this was in there. Look at that. Seven of Swords. I mentioned it because you had the Five. There's the Seven. It's really time to set your boundaries. Put your foot down and say, no more narcissists, no more energy thieves, no more people that are willing to hurt others to get ahead. None of that. And it's also a reminder to just be your true, authentic self. You are healing. There's a lot of healing going on. You had 3 of 3s. And 3s are all about that, action, motion, creativity. On the bottom, we have the 3 of Swords and the 8 of Wands. I feel like there's a lot of rapid healing going on. You're recovering very quickly this month. But but you're still going through it. You're still definitely going through a healing cycle. A lot of Sagittarius energy on this reading. We got the Knight of Wands, the Eight of Wands, the Temperance card. A lot of Sagittarius. So you may have some Sag in your chart, or somebody who's a Sagittarius in your life. Or the themes of Sagittarius may be coming up a good bit, which is movement, learning, education, growth, expansion, moving beyond something that was, you know, very inhibiting or limiting for you. And with that Hierophant card coming up twice, I feel like this is definitely a month of grounding, centering, and stabilization. Let's get into an affirmation for you, Libra. This is quite a month. Yes, there it is. The message, the affirmation of ease. To me, that ties in beautifully with the Three of Wands and Four of Swords. This is definitely, you need to relax, take it a little easier on yourself. It's easy for me to receive. It's easy for me to receive. It's easy for me to receive. Yeah, 3 times that mantra repeated on that card. Yeah, let the good things come to you. Just, you know, open up to that mantra, that idea, that belief that it is easy for you to receive the good that is due you. Yes, easy for you to have a life of harmony and balance. Beautiful reading. So Libra, leave your comments down below. Let me know how y'all are doing. I look forward to seeing you again soon. Take care.